A Solana update. Solana is at $125. It is hitting up on a specific area of resistance. We'll be talking about that, and we'll be diving into the Solana Astrology. So none of this content is financial or investment advice. This content is intended for educational purposes only. So Saturn is conjunct the Solana Sun in the next couple days here on April 18th. Now, this is very concerning. Could bring another dump, another contraction. Saturn can bring tough lessons in reality, contractions, and it's hitting the Solana Sun, which is a very sensitive area on the chart. Now, this Solana chart is March 16th, 2020. Now, I also have another one that is April 9th, 2020. It's debatable which one is the actual correct birthday for Solana. But I like to look at both just in case. This chart, we have Saturn over here in the 4th house. And in this chart, Saturn is going to be conjuncting the Solana Mercury in May. And so that's also concerning, as like I was saying, Saturn can bring those contractions. So May 7th, we're getting that. So anywhere from April 18th to May 7th, we could get some more downside price action for Solana. Yeah, so a bit concerning there. But after that, things could be looking a bit better. Okay, let's go to the chart. Now, another concerning thing is we have the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. And so we got this... here, I'll show you here. We got this death cross right here, where the red line goes below the blue line. And typically, if we look historically, this can bring major dumps. And we've already gotten that major dump for Solana. Huge dumps. The problem is we're hitting that as resistance right now. And it's looking like so far we're getting rejected as we've touched this red line moving average 1, 2, 3, 4 days and 5 days, and we're starting to go below that. And that's pretty typical. This can bring resistance. So either we're going to head right down here, and I would be leaning more towards that as multiple things. We're getting that Saturn conjunct the Solana Sun, which is pretty major. Can bring a contraction. But then also, if you look at this yellow line, the global liquidity line, offset 108 days, look how closely Solana has been following this global liquidity line. And it doesn't get an uptick until May 1st. In the bullish case, things could really get going for Solana by then, as, you know, when we got this pump from October 14th all the way to January, Solana did quite well. Went from the lows 120 to all the way to the top 294. Not a bad trade there. And the global liquidity is just skyrocketing from May 1st all the way through August 3rd. Wow, incredible. Looking really good. But we got to get out of the woods first. We're hitting this, so I believe that's the 50-day moving average as resistance right now. And we could be heading back down. Let's see what else. Oh, I wanted to go back historically to look at the previous times we've gotten that death cross. We could even go back in the previous bull market. Basically, well, we got it super early on in the bull market. And Solana dumped below that red line and then shot back through pretty quickly. But when the bear market started, this is the huge concern, is that we were dumping below this red line. We touch it, and it fell back down. It did break through, but that was a dead cat bounce. That was the really the obvious ending of the bull market, as it was not able to get past the 200-day moving average and fell back down. And then this red line was, it was not able to surpass that for a long time, all the way through that bear market. So we are heading in towards similar price action here. We're already hitting up on that red line as resistance, but we got to break through. And it could take a week or a few weeks to break through that. Unless we just get a shot right through. But the main thing that's not proving to me currently that we're going to shoot through here is the exchange volume. You have to look in the top left here. The daily exchange, the 24-hour exchange volume is really low. And if we look at the moving average, the daily exchange volume, let me load this again to make sure we have it all updated here. But if we go over to the right-hand side, ever since we hit the peak in December, daily exchange volume just been having lower highs, lower highs, lower high, and we just got another lower high. So we're still going down, 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 down. Typically, this means that if the exchange volume keeps going down, any pumps upwards is going to get rejected, as there's not enough exchange volume to really sustainably move the price up. So exchange volume's going down still, overall in the total crypto market. And if you look at the bottom here, the volume is still quite low. Let's see. Yeah, still overall quite low volume. And we're hitting up on that 50-day moving average, getting a possible rejection there. It sure looks like a rejection. We have got to get past these green lines on the 50% level. We got to get past 158. We're not even very close to that. But before that, we got to break through this moving average line at around 130 right now. But yeah, short term, it's looking like we're getting that rejection. Worst case scenario, we're in a bear market. Best case scenario is we get a rebound after those Saturn transits. Possibly early May, if the crypto market starts to follow this global liquidity line, we are potentially going to the moon, because that's looking real good for the summer. But we also got a lot of tricky things with, the Trump tariffs and all that, which is extremely, extremely volatile for the markets. We also look at Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's getting that death cross as well. If you look at the circle, and Bitcoin is also unable to get past this. We got a little bit past it, but we're breaking down again past this 50-day moving average. So that is concerning. Exchange volumes. Last week we got a couple upticks, but overall exchange volumes going down. We're not getting a sustained move upwards. Beyond that, I mean, yeah, if the markets follow this daily exchange volume and we do get an uptick in May, we do get a couple positive transits in May heading into June. So that would be very, very good. But personally, there's a lot of tricky energy with these Saturn transits that I'm being cautious with. If Solana does head back down into the lower 100s, 110 or 105, I might consider buying that opportunity. But only time will tell if that's going to be just a dead cat bounce or if we're really going to head upwards in a large, sustainable way. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll be coming out with a lot more videos, so definitely hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.